Hey, what's up, folks? This is Jonathan Coates, and in today's free copywriting tutorial, I'm going to be talking about the ACCA formula, which is a great option if your audience is not aware of a problem or how it affects them. So this is a good way to build empathy, build up credibility, and it naturally incorporates other elements that helps you to create a sense of urgency because if the problem that you're addressing has a sense of danger to it that will require someone to take action, this formula also helps to position it in a way where the person that's listening or reading is going to want to do something about it because it has a natural, smooth transition towards the call to action. And I'll explain about all that in this video. I created a document for you. It's called the ACCA formula, and it just basically goes into greater detail. I'll be sure to leave that in the description, but when you open it, it should take you directly here. You don't have to put your email in or opt-in or anything like that, but it just goes into detail about each one of the different steps. So you got the ACCA formula. If you click on any one of these on the side, it'll take you directly to this section. So let's start at the very top. And I got some resources and I got some examples for you. So the first resource is going to be the Robert Collier letter book. There's actually a chapter in the book that I want to address. It's called Word Pictures That Make People Want Your Product. And it just goes into very good detail and gives you a couple of different examples. And I'm going to share them with you in this video of descriptive writing, get into vivid detail and vivid descriptive writing. And the reason why I wanted to share that with you is because part of this formula on the first step, actually, attention, it says here that you want to use vivid imagery, paint a picture in your reader's mind with descriptive language and vivid imagery. This technique can be particularly effective when selling products that evoke strong emotions, such as luxury items or experiences. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to get started. I got these resources and I'll share with you as soon as we get through this. I got some examples for you as well. So the first letter, which is A, stands for attention. The first step in creating compelling sales copy is to basically just capture your target audience's attention, because without it, your message will go unnoticed and your sales efforts will be futile. So with that, I got a couple of techniques. Now I shared the first one with you, vivid imagery. Paint a picture in your reader's mind with descriptive language and vivid imagery. So I shared the third one with you. Let's go ahead and get to the first two. Use provocative headline. Your headline should be attention grabbing and make a promise to your audience. For example, double your sales in 30 days, or discover the secret to perfect skin. Get a way to grab their attention. There's a lot of different great examples of this, by the way. One of the resources that I'm sharing with you is called Swipeworthy, and I also want to share with you another resource is called swipefiles.com. There's a lot of cool, clever stuff in here, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this one in the description as well. Swipefile.com, billboards, and a great place to go if you need some headline ideas. All right. So the second part is start with a story. Storytelling is an excellent way to capture your audience's attention. So begin your sales copy with a relatable story that your target audience can identify with. Now, there's something I want to share with you to help you with this. It's called Swipeworthy's resource section for storytelling. So you just go to the top here and click on the drop down where it says storytelling. I'm just going to leave this in the description, but there's a lot of different great examples over here of advertisements that have worked, that have proven to have worked in the past, that you can swipe from. They use storytelling. You just go through here, depending on your market or your niche or your industry or whatever market that you're trying to get in, whether it be health and fitness or weight loss, or if you're in the relationship market, or if you're selling luxury items, if you're selling physical products, or if you're selling intangibles. Just check this out. They got a lot of different examples over here. So you can look at a couple of these, copy and paste some of this stuff, put it in the AI assistance tool, bounce ideas, put some prompts in there, kind of reword it, and just ultimately just create something that sounds very compelling to your target audience. If it doesn't resonate with your audience and it doesn't address their wants, needs, and desires, then it's not going to sell. So you want to create a story, something that's compelling, that resonates with your target audience. And I recommend coming in here, getting inspiration. There's a lot of different great examples in here. So let's go ahead and get back to the formula. Now, as far as using vivid imagery, I wanted to share the Robert Collier letter book because there's a chapter called Word Pictures That Make People Want Your Product. And I just want to jump straight to this section and just kind of give you an idea. So I'm going to read a couple of these and you kind of understand what they mean here about vivid imagery. So let's start with ginger ale. The lore which enters its making is akin to the lore of the wine, makers of France. A formula and process handed down from father to son. Only 3 men know the secret of its charm and vivacity. Its mellow glow and friendliness. You will find its stimulation like that of mountain air. Silverware. The cheerful hum of voices, the steaming kettle, the cup that cheers, and silver plate with its satiny surface catching every light. So you just see how descriptive and vivid that is. The imagery is so detailed where you can almost see it in front of you as I'm reading it. A room. It seemed, partly because the ceiling was low, to be very spacious. The walls and ceiling were a kind of a dusky amber hue. A golden brown was everywhere, the prevailing tint. The tiny curtains, the long settees into which one sank, the chairs, the shades of the mellow glow light, all were of some variety of this delicate golden brown. In the middle of the room stood a square table. So, a rug. Under her feet, a rug so thick that she felt her shoes must be hidden in its pile. Laundry. So I'm just going to read a couple more here. A laundry, a goodly part of the delight of a dinner, and in linen white as almond blossoms. Napery, to be at its best, should be laundered carefully and skillfully. Many discerning housewives entrust their fine table linen to the white laundry. In it, the constant thought is not how quick, but how well. But with all of our care, we do save time for you too. A book, if you are one of the live, wide-awake men who welcome the rush and tumult of a great daring and big adventure, who believe that there is nothing better for tired brains or tired bodies than healthy blood, tingling mind, quickening stimulation of a good story, then So this goes on and on. I'll be sure to leave this in the description as well. So I'll leave the Google search results for the Robert Collier letter and just leave it up to you to try to find it however you wish to, whether you want to buy it or just try to find like a PDF on the internet. This is a great resource for all things when it comes to copywriting, but I just wanted to share that with you just to kind of give you an idea of vivid imagery. So that's the beginning, that's attention right there. Now when it comes to the second is comprehension. Once you have captured your target audience's attention, the next step is to ensure that they understand your message. You want to convey the value of your product or service in a way that is clear and concise. So here's some techniques to help you to achieve comprehension. Use simple language. Avoid using technical jargon or complicated language that may confuse your readers. Instead, use clear and simple language that your target audience can easily understand. Number 2, highlight the benefits. Focus on the benefits of your product or service rather than its features. So explain how your product or service can solve your target audience's problems or fulfill their needs. Use bullet points. Break up your sales copy with bullet points that highlight the key features and benefits of your product or service. This will make your message more scannable and easier to understand. So that's comprehension. Let's go ahead and jump straight into convention. So this is where you actually start to offer a solution. The third step in the ACCA formula is to build conviction in your target audience. You want to persuade them that your product or service is the best solution for their needs. So here's some techniques. Use social proof. And I actually have a section here. If you go to Swipeworthy in the drop down arrow, you click on this area where it says social proof. I'm going to leave this in the description, but there's a lot of different examples here when it comes to social proof. You just want to be providing proof along the way in your sales copy of what you're talking about. So highlight customer testimonials, case studies, reviews to demonstrate the effectiveness of your product or service. Social proof can be a powerful tool in building conviction. Number 2, provide statistics. Using statistics and data to support your claims. For example, if you're selling a weight loss program, you can provide statistics on the number of pounds lost by previous customers. Number 3, address the objections. Pay and eliminate any of the objections that your target audience may have. This will demonstrate that you understand their concerns and are committed to providing them with the solutions that they need. So I'm just going to cover a couple of them and then you can go over the rest yourself if you like. So example number 1, awareness. Did you know that thousands of children around the world go to bed hungry every night? That's awareness. Comprehension. For many families living in poverty, putting food on the table is a daily struggle. Children are especially vulnerable to malnutrition, which can lead to stunted growth, illness, and even death. Conviction. We believe that no child should have to go hungry. By donating just $10 a month, you can help provide a nutritious meal to the child in need. Together, we can end childhood hunger. Action. Click here to make a donation and help us feed hungry children around the world. So you see how that worked? They brought attention and awareness to the fact that there's hungry children around the world. And then with the comprehension, they got into further detail that went more in depth about the issue. And the conviction is we believe that no child should go hungry, as I'm sure you do after we just explained it to you. By donating just $10 a month, this is how you can actually help to solve that problem. And then action is, this is what you do right now. Take this step here. And again, I'll leave this in the description so you can check out the other 3. And also, I'll leave the Google search results in regards to the Robert Collier letter book. That way you can decide on however you want to check this out. But I do think that you should go ahead and take a look at this because it's an enormous resource for copywriters, all right? So yeah, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like content like this, then I highly recommend that you check out my website, jonathancoates.com. I talk about everything when it comes to generating traffic and increasing sales. And be sure to subscribe and take a look at the tools and the resources below. I have everything that I included in this training, including the Google Docs as well as the other resources. So with that said, I will see you in the next video. See you then.